Today, folks, it's going to be a good one. We are going to change up the Gen 2. The way I currently have it set up, I'm just haven't been like completely in love with it, so we're going to fix that. We're going to remove a couple items that are on the Raptor right now, and then we're going to do like 4 modifications to it. One being the wheels. So we're going to get the new wheels loaded up. We're going to head on over to Discount Tire, and we're going to get those suckers swapped out because I'm kind of over the bronze wheel. We got the new wheels installed. These are the Raceline 960B Alphas. This is in the satin black version. And you're probably asking yourself, don't you have these same exact wheel on the Gen 1 Raptor? Yes, I do. But let me explain something. I wanted to be on a black wheel again. The one thing that I really like with this style wheel from Raceline is the dish on the wheel. Because this is a +0 offset and my other wheels are, this one has like a deeper lip just because of the wheel design, so I really like that. They also have it in the machine silver finish, but I decided to just stick with my roots. I really just love a black wheel. I feel like at this point in time, there's lots of people with a black wheel, there's lots of people with a bronze wheel, and silver is the new trend. I just like the way a black wheel makes a vehicle pop. Some of these wheels will have so much going on inside of them that, yeah, they kind of look cool, but at the end of the day, it sucks cleaning them. But I wouldn't let that stop you from getting them. But for me, I really just like a basic spoke design that has just kind of a race look, especially with the simulated beadlock ring. But when it comes time to clean these, I'm not gonna hate my face. Okay, the next item that I'm pumped for is a new Tesville carbon fiber steering wheel. I decided to reach out to the fine peeps at Tesville. They sent me a new steering wheel. It's got a couple different things to it than this one currently has, and it's a different color. We still have more Moto stuff to install, but here is our new steering wheel that we got sent to us. This thing is gorgeous, by the way. Yes, I'm putting an orange steering wheel in the truck. Some of the accent colors are obviously red because red means race, red means whatever. But the Gen 2 does have orange Fox live valve shocks, so it will work. And just a little fun fact, when I was Raptor hunting, I kind of did want one of the ones that had the orange interior, but the cards didn't fall that way. This isn't gonna be a full tutorial. I have a full tutorial if you guys wanna swap out your steering wheel and see how to do it step by step. But whenever you're dealing with an airbag, make sure you undo the negative on your battery terminal because you do not want an airbag blowing up in your face. I don't know if that would actually happen, but that's what you gotta do. See that? In less than 5 minutes, I've got the steering wheel out. We just got to swap some stuff over. Okay, so now all we have to do is get these buttons, harnesses, paddle shifters over to this guy. The piece that came off of here, some of you guys have been buying just the carbon fiber cover off of like eBay or whatever and putting it on over. But this new piece that goes on here, this is an actual mold. So you will use your buttons and swap them and screw them into these spots and put it on. So it's not just a cover that goes over this, it's a full-on piece of mold for it. That is actually pretty sweet. This thing is freaking dialed. And just like that, it's installed. And since our factory bezel on the 2019 has Raptor kind of like engraved into it, we lose that. So I got a hold of my guy Brent at Rocky Mountain Graphics. He makes a decal specifically to go right here. We're gonna just try to align this as best as possible. Next up, we have to remove those fog lights. These fog lights came with the truck when I purchased it. These are just some Amazon cheapies. And when you flip on one of the auxiliary switches, one of these lights up, and then when you flip the other auxiliary switch, the other one lights up. 2 auxiliary switches is what functions these. They get the job done, they fill a hole, but these just do not look as good as the pillar lights, which is why I picked up some of the more Moto ones. When I turn these on, it basically does nothing other than kick a little light over off to the side. So finally, let's get those things going. According to my calculations, these are just double side taped in. Very quality. The fun part begins. We need to go through all of these more Moto parts and build. You can choose your pattern that you want. So I went with a wide yellow set. I went with a combo white set. And then I also went with a spot white set. From here, we are just taking each individual bracket, bolting it to the light, 6 lights, 6 brackets. So then what that's gonna allow you to do is adapt all 3 lights to one of the bigger brackets, and then that big bracket is what's gonna get bolted to your truck. Plan of attack is, this is gonna be on the outside, like I said, so see how this is completely clear? That's the spot. This is the combo, so it's clear up here, and then it's got the diffuser down here, so spot and wide. And this is strictly just wide, which is our yellow one. And there's so much adjustment going on. Like you can move these back and forth, up and down. I don't think we're truly gonna know the positioning of where I'm gonna want them until I get this mounted onto the truck. And then I'm gonna fine dial this in. I cussed, I cried, I cussed a little more, but I got them installed. It wasn't actually overly too difficult. It just was kind of getting in the tight spaces. But once you get the bracket on, you kind of know from there like how you need to adjust them. I think right now I have them up just a little high, but these look way better. And I learned something new about this truck. There's a block heater on it. No clue. And I think it's a factory option, or you can order it that way. Let me know if you guys have a block heater on your Raptors. I probably won't ever use it, but that's cool. With the Morimoto lights, their glass is actually more orange than it is yellow, like my Baja Design pillar lights, which does not match, but that doesn't matter. I'm getting rid of the Baja Design pillar lights. Over time, I just think like aesthetic-wise, I just don't like the way they look. Do they work? Yes. The deinstallation of these is you just take the light from the bracket and then you remove the bracket from the inner fender bolt and just bolt that right back on. And now I get to run an antenna again because I was using those cheap Amazon brackets for those lights, and that Baja Design light is so wide, it was literally blocking the antenna, so I just haven't been running one. We are back to being dialed in. We've got that cleaned up, we've got the harness removed. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove that giant billboard down there, AKA the Raptor decal. Ever since somebody said that this is basically a billboard for your truck going down the road to say, hey, I drive a Raptor, that's always kind of stuck out to me. However, I do think sometimes it could look plain without it, but I also think it's not bad, but I'm tired of having a billboard going down the road. And all I'm doing is I'm heating this up in kind of sections, and I'm not keeping heat on it in just one spot. So once I get a section going, I kind of heat it up, and then I'll pull it, and then I'll kind of heat it up a little more. And if you try to pull just like really consistently with just one pull rather than like stopping and going, it seems like the adhesive comes off with the decal. So the faster you pull, then it seems like it leaves a little of the adhesive on the truck. Therefore, you have to scrub a little more. Now you can see there's just a lot of leftover residue. The decal itself comes off pretty quick, but now it's using some elbow grease to get the rest of this off. I have some 3M adhesive remover. Don't spray it directly on your truck. You're gonna wanna spray it on a rag first and then go through and get all of that leftover residue off. Shouldn't be too bad, but honestly, I probably won't have more than a half hour into this. Switching the wheels over from the bronze wheel to the black wheel definitely just suits my style better. I do, however, still like that raceline crank. I like that spoke design, and I stayed on the +0 offset. I thought about going -12, but +0 should be like the minimum you go on an aftermarket wheel. I do think going -12 on a Raptor still looks freaking legit. It should work without rubbing if you're on 35s. Maybe in the future I'll switch over to some -12s, but for right now, +0 definitely just looks super clean and it's not too much. And I stayed with the Maxxis Razor AT tire. I love this tire. So, okay, I'm gonna do a comparison. I like the Nitto Ridge Grappler. I would say that's definitely one of probably the most popular AT tires of all time. I just really like the tread design on it. I like the sidewall, I like the tread pattern. And I've had them on trucks in the past. But here's the deal. They're very expensive. They're probably one of the most expensive AT tires. I wouldn't say they're heavy by any means, but these Maxxis Razor AT tires, they are cheaper, they are lighter, and I really, really like the way they look. There's a good chance that if I replace the KO2s on my Gen 1, it's for sure gonna be another set of the Razor ATs. And switching the steering wheel over to the orange stitch, was it really needed? No, but red's never really been like my color at all, but I get it. It just goes along with the Raptor for accent colors just because a lot of the Ford Performance stuff is red. So it makes sense to go with red. That's why a lot of people go with red. But I will say, I really, really dig the orange stitching, and I really like the carbon fiber piece that's now around the airbag. And the double D design where it's flat on the top and the bottom actually feels really, really good. And the fog lights, those look so much cleaner than the other ones I had on. And that style is very popular. And it truly is probably like the best looking fog light that you can put on. But these are like headlights on. And I don't have them, I think, positioned 100% correct. I think they could come up a little bit, but these are actually going to work. Between removing those Amazon fog lights, adding the more motos, and then removing my Baja Design pillar lights, I just think that this is such a better clean look. And the last item that I was a little apprehensive on removing, and that's been the Raptor bedside decal. And the only reason why is not because I need it to say Raptor. I don't need it to be plastered on the side so you guys know that I'm driving a Raptor. I just feel like sometimes it could look a little on the plain side, especially being on the white vehicle. But overall, I'm freaking pumped with the way the Gen 2 sets up. It's not too much. It's got a few things that just make it look good. And I'm still gonna run the decals on the, I used to call it the applique, but it's applique or something. I'm not sure. Somebody with no thumbnail on their username will comment and tell me how to say it correctly. That's all we got today, just a little Gen 2 renovation. If you guys think I should have kept the decal, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if you made it this far, hit that like button, and we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.